What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. You guys, we are getting a spin-off from A Quiet Place, and we are getting a sequel to BloodShot. Yes, we're getting a sequel to BloodShot. Not many people have even expected for a sequel to hit for BloodShot because it came out during this whole pandemic. Legit, like the worst time that film could have came out. But I'll admit, I saw BloodShot at home on VOD, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun film. And now, granted, it wasn't a perfect movie, but it was a fun comic book movie. I'm all about that fun comic book movie kind of feel. If I'm entertained and if I'm like, digging the story, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like Venom. Venom, by any means, wasn't a great movie, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining. The action was good. You know what I mean? So I feel like BloodShot kind of had that whole feel to it that Venom had, but I'm curious to see where they're going to take the story. Vin Diesel is returning for the role of BloodShot. I'm hoping for the sequel he goes for more of a comic book accurate look, because I know they had a glimmer of it in the film, not a whole lot of it, but I'm hoping they actually dive deep into it and just really do it. I mean, why not? I mean, it's a comic book movie. Why not just do what the comic book looks like? It doesn't make any kind of sense to me. But like I said, I'm interested in it. I'm not overly excited about it, but I'm interested in it. Curious to see what's going to happen though. And yes, for a spinoff from A Quiet Place. Now this is very interesting to me. A Quiet Place 2 hasn't even came out yet. It was supposed to come out in September. Then they got delayed. It was supposed to come out earlier this year. Then they got delayed to September. And now it's been delayed till, April of next year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nothing. Nobody's heard anything about this movie. We've gotten, I think it's a trailer or a teaser trailer as well. It's interesting to me that the studio already greenlit a spin-off from the film and we haven't seen the second movie yet. I mean, I guess that just lets you know that the studio has all the faith in the world in this own universe, and that's reassuring to me. Like, that's awesome to me. Now, John Krasinski and what he was able to do with the first film, and I think he did come back and write and direct the second movie, because obviously his wife, Emily Blunt, is starring in this movie. He's not going to be attached to anything with the spinoff. He's not attached to it from what I heard. Jeff Nichols is going to be writing and directing a spinoff from the franchise. Now, they can do a lot with this if you ask me. They can do a prequel of how it all started. They can do a different family's perspective. There's a lot of room to work with when we're talking about a spinoff from this movie. A lot of room to work with. So they don't really necessarily have to have the weight of the world on their shoulders because of the first two films, especially if the second film is a huge success. It's great critically, it's great financially. Theaters reopening next year. Cross my fingers, please. It doesn't need that pressure because it would be essentially a brand new story. Same universe, brand new story. So I'm curious to see where we go with the spin-off film. I'd be down to see a prequel to see how it started. That would be pretty cool. But then I also would be down to see, that's the thing, it's a spin-off. He wouldn't do a continuation of A Quiet Place 1 and 2. And I'm probably sure they would call it something different. Now, with John Krasinski not coming back to doing anything with the spinoff, it makes a lot of sense because he's a very busy man. Excuse me, a very busy man. We all know that he's going to be casted as Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four reboot from Marvel Studios, along with his wife, Emily Blunt. It's going to happen. We're going to get that announcement sometime next year, and I'm just so excited about it because that's perfect casting. So he won't have anything to do with that spinoff. So it's all up to Jeff Nichols and to see what he can come up with a new, fresh idea on a new family perspective, prequel, whatever you want to call it, from A Quiet Place. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm still very much excited for the sequel because I really enjoyed that first movie. I remember going to that first movie. I didn't see any trailers or nothing like that. Or did I see a trailer? Fuck. I don't remember. I legit don't remember if I saw a trailer for that movie. But all I know is I ended up leaving that movie just like in shock. Like, wow, this was so good. And for John Krasinski, to, especially from his background, coming from like The Office, and like, damn, there's a lot of comedic actors who can dabble into a lot of different things other than just comedy. Like, they're very talented. Like I just said in my Jordan Peele video, like Jordan Peele is one of those main people who came from a comedic background, who's jumping onto, you know, the horror scene and does a fantastic job. So I'm really excited about this, man. I'm excited for the whole, you know, Jordan Peele's next movie. I'm excited about A Quiet Place spinoff. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, you guys. But please, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about A Quiet Place spinoff from Jeff Nichols. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? And do you think that Jonathan Krasinski is going to be Mr. Fantastic in the MCU? Please, post your comments down below. And thank you for taking time into their part of Zero Productions. Peace.
We out.